let's talk about my current knit and crochet projects. Hello everyone, Rochelle here, and I'm back to share some yarn goodness with you all today. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right in. All right, so these are all going to be projects that I am still working on, and I just thought I would share my progress with you all. And of course, they all have their own little project bags. Okay, so this first one is the Wave of Change jacket, and it is designed by Denise Baron. And so this is a paid pattern, and it calls for bulky weight yarn. So you really can't see much on it right now. I could have put this on, well, I think you can see it. Of course, right now I'm on the body. But a little bit about this pattern. It is made with bulky weight yarn, and the bust circumference is between 36 and 63 inches, and that is 91.5 to 160 centimeters. And so the ease on this jacket is between 2 to 4 inches, which is between 5 and 10 centimeters. And so the yarn that I am using is Paint Box yarn, Simply Chunky, and it is in the colorway Midnight Blue, and that's number 337. And this yarn is 100% acrylic, and it feels amazing. It's super squishy. I really like that about it. So I'm just going to show you all mine. It's kind of hard to see. I don't know if you're like me, but when a pattern says to like use a 32-inch cable, I always try to see if I can just get all of it on a 22-inch cable or a 24-inch cable, because it's like I don't like switching cables in the middle of a project. So I should have this on 32-inch cables, but I have squished them all onto my 22-inch cable. And these are Chiaogus. But here it is. This is how it's looking. I think you can get a pretty good idea of what's going on. Of course, here's the collar. And what I love about this project are those really cool purl ridges. So you do a few rows of flat stockinette, and then you do a purl. And look at this. Look at that raglan. That is so cool. And it's a very deep raglan, which I was watching somebody's video, I forget who it was, and they were saying how they were getting bored with the raglan stitches. And I never, like, I've done raglan stitches before, and I've never gotten bored with them. But with this project, I'm like, oh my gosh, how long is this raglan? But it's worth it. And you know what? I actually only let's see, I have 12 rows left. 12 rows left. I can knock that out in a day if I wanted to, so I shouldn't be complaining. But I have 12 rows of the raglan left, and then it's just going to be like doing the body. So it's not like a super, super huge deal. But yeah, I really like it. And I'm excited to wear this. It's definitely more like a jacket than a cardigan because the fabric is really nice and thick. So I'm enjoying it. And pretty soon I'm going to be splitting for sleeves. And when I split for sleeves, my plan is to put it on try-on tubing and just try it on just to make sure that it fits really well in my shoulders and everything, because it's kind of hard to tell right now, you know, with it being all, you know, squished and everything on the cables. But that is the plan. And this blue is just spectacular. And that's the inside. So yeah, pretty cool. All right, so I'm gonna put everything back in the bag, back in the project bag as I talk about them, because I don't know about the rest of you all who, you know, make videos, but my space is always crazy after I do a video. So today I'm trying to be, you know, a little bit more tidy so I don't have so much to clean up. And also, I made this bag. I sewed this bag probably like 2019-ish, if not before, when I was making project bags. But I love this one. It's got a lot of different Paris themes on it, and it's really nice. It's cute. Okay, so I'm going to plop it down here because my table is small. All right, so let's move on. Hope I got the right bag. Yes, I do. All right, y'all, this one is a crochet project, and this is the Quick Win Raglan by LaRue Crochet. So this is a paid pattern, and it calls for worsted weight yarn. And so, oh my God, I bit the inside of my mouth. That hurts. Have y'all ever done that? Ouchie. Anyway, we're moving on. Okay, so the yarn weight is a worsted weight yarn, and the bust circumference is between a 26 to 62 inch bust, and that is 66 to 157.5 centimeters. And it has 25% built in with the positive ease, which I think is awesome. So the yarn that I am using is Knit Picks Mighty Stitch, and this is the colorway Fairy Tale. And so this yarn is 20% superwash merino wool and 80% acrylic. So this is the yarn. It's really nice. It has a slight halo on it, a slight shine, but not too shiny, and it feels amazing. Oops, rolling everywhere. Okay, so I am using a J, which is a number 10, and that's a 6mm crochet hook. And I love these. It's got like a nice bamboo handle on them. I love that. All right, so this is how much I've done so far. Let's see if I can get the V-neck in the front. There we go. Isn't that color fantastic? I'm not sure how it's looking in the viewfinder, but it's definitely like a magenta color. It's really nice. Yeah. Let's see how that's showing up. I don't know, for whatever reason it looks redder to me in the camera, but we'll see. We'll see how it looks when I'm editing. But it's definitely like a magenta type of color, and it's beautiful. I love it. And so it has a really oversized V-neck. I'm a little concerned about that because I don't want the V-neck too deep. You know, if not, I'll just wear something underneath it. But I do have to go around and pick up stitches and put in the ribbing. And I tried this on, and I was like, this would be so nice as a short sleeve. But I was like, I'm going to stick to the plan. I am going to continue this pattern and make it a long sleeve, even though I think it would be super cute with the short sleeve. In fact, because, yeah, I can try this on. One thing I love about crochet versus knitting is that if you want to try something on, you just simply take the hook out. You don't have to put live stitches on try-on cords or anything like that. You just simply try it on. And I love that. Okay. Let's see. My colors are going to be clashing, y'all. Clashing. Yes. Isn't that fantastic? And my torso is so short that it looks like I'm almost done with it. Like, that's crazy. But I'm not. I have quite a ways to go. But it feels so wonderful. And if it didn't clash with what I'm wearing, I would keep this on. But it is beautiful. I love the fit. I love the color. And I can't wait to be done with this. I really can't. But it's a really fun project. And like I was showing you, like I was telling you, wouldn't that be great as a short sleeve? Oh, I'm so tempted to stop the sleeves here. But I'm going to stick to the plan. But we'll see. We'll see. I should stick to the plan because this one is going to be my first crochet entry for the Year of the Sweater Make-Along, which I'll talk about a little bit later. So I definitely want to make it a sweater, not necessarily a t-shirt. I don't know. I don't know. But it's a fun project. I've really been enjoying working on it, and yeah, it's gonna be wonderful. let's talk about what I'm wearing. Okay, so I am wearing the Heart of a Rockstar cowl, and it is a crochet cowl designed by Rachel Newen. And I'm also wearing the Westerly Slouchy hat, which is designed by me, yours truly. It is available as a free download on Ravelry. And also, I made a YouTube tutorial about this hat eons ago, but you can find it on my YouTube channel. It's probably been about 7 years since I made that, and people are still, watching it and making their own slouchy hats. But yeah, and I also dyed this yarn. This is a very, very old colorway. It's called I Found Dory. And of course, it was inspired by Finding Nemo and Finding Dory. And so I named it I Found Dory. And so it's a nice little matching set. This is crochet as well. But I will leave the links to both of these projects in the description box below. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the Reha sweater, and it is designed by Bash Harry, aka the Harry Knits. So this is actually a test knit, and I had mentioned it before on the channel, but since the last time that I mentioned it, the designer has made several revisions. So I pretty much had to start over, and so it does look different now, but I will show it to you. So it calls for Aran weight yarn. And of course, once the pattern is released, I'll be able to tell you more details about the pattern. But this is what I'm working with for now. And the yarn that I am using is Yarn Bee Soft and Slick. And it is in the colorway Hot Pink. And that's number 650. And this is 100% low pill acrylic. And it's wonderful. It feels amazing. I really like using Yarn Bee Soft and Slick, whether it's the regular one or the chunky one. Let me know if you use this yarn and what you think of it. Okay, so let's see if I can take this off and show you all what I'm working with. All right, let me find the front. Okay, wait a minute. That is, nope. Those are the body stitches. Okay. There we go. That looks so weird. All right. So here's the front. Okay, so right now I am knitting the sleeves because in making and knitting a lot of garments, I have learned that if you're working on the body, once you run out of yarn on the body, just go ahead, put those on try-on tubes, and then start on the sleeves because you don't want to be moving your work around and around and around when you're doing the sleeves. So I've gotten to a pretty comfortable spot on the body, and I am now working on the sleeve. So far I've done about 10 inches on the sleeve. I believe I have maybe 5, 6. I don't know. Gotta look at the pattern. Yeah, I know I have probably about 6 inches left on the sleeve before I finish the sleeve off. But yeah, here it is. Here's my sleeve. And then because there had been quite a few revisions, I wanted to make it easy for myself in case I had to rip back. So I did put in some lifelines just to help me out. So if I have to rip this pattern back out, I can simply use the lifeline to help me out. So I like that. Let me know in your knitting, do you put lifelines in? Because I find them incredibly helpful, especially in a test knit where there's revisions and you might have to rip things out, do this, do that. And then if you have your lifelines, it really helps you to get back to a certain spot. So I have the lifelines in certain sections just in case I'm like, okay, well, if I have to rip back here, at least I'll know where to rip back to. But yeah, it's nice. It has a really, really loose gauge, and I am using my Chiaogu US 15, which is a 10 millimeter knitting needle. And I know that's super huge, but that's the way it is designed. and it is designed with Aran weight yarn. But if you want to, get that drapiness that, the pattern is going for, then you use these ginormous knitting needles. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. The only thing I have to get over is the constant clicking of the metal needles. And I really have been trying to find a US 15 US 15 10 millimeter wooden knitting needle, just so I don't have to hear all that clinking. So usually what I do is when I'm working on this, I'll put like a YouTube video on, and then I'll put my headphones on. And that way I don't have to hear like the constant cling, cling, cling. Normally that does not bother me. It's just that when I'm using really large needles, that's when it bothers me. But other than that, like the clinging doesn't bother me. Let me know if when knitting needles are rubbing up against each other, let me know if that bothers you. I'd be really interested to know that. I think it really bothers some people, and some people might just find it like rhythmic, like it doesn't bother them at all. So I don't know, I think that's kind of cool. Alrighty then, let's see, where am I gonna put you? Okay, I'm gonna switch this bag out. Oh, and I made this fabric as well. This is fabric from Australia. And I also made this project bag also. Yay. All right. So this next bag, my husband's grandmother gave me this bag, and it is by Clinique. It's just a makeup bag, and I use it as a project bag. And I don't know about you, but I think as a knitter and crocheter that every bag can be used as a project bag. And that's what I've used this one for. I love it. And since I don't wear makeup, I mean, it's perfect. Like, what else am I going to use it for? All right. So let me get my notes in order here. Okay. Up next, we have another crochet project. Right? Oh, yep, I finished that one off. Okay, so these are the Elegant Wrist Warmers by Julie Fort. Now, I have made a pair of these before to match my boho cardigan, but I am making them again because I am making them to match a test knit that I am working on. But a little bit about the pattern. It is a free pattern, and it calls for Aran weight yarn. And the yarn that I am using is Yarn Bee Soft and Sleek Chunky. And it is in the colorway French Lilac, which is number 505. And it is 100% low pill acrylic. And so it's wonderful. I am making this to go along with a capelet that I am working on. And I do believe that capelet pattern is out. So I'm going to make a whole video with the capelet. I've been waiting on finishing these gloves first before I take pictures with the capelet. So I only have one done, still have one to go, and I'm just using leftover yarn from the capelet pattern. So I'm probably going to make a video very soon just showing that off, but I wanted to have all of the accessories before I showed you all the capelet. So when I first made this pattern, I had to, I used Aran weight yarn. Yeah, it was like a heavy worsted Aran weight yarn. And so it's a free pattern. And basically they called for you to do like 12 rows. So I had to take out 4 rows when I did it with the Aran weight yarn. So this is a chunky yarn, and I took out, oh dear, how many did I take out? I think I took out 6 rows in order to get it to fit. Because if you all remember, I don't want to call it a fail, but the last video that I did, I showed you all, like, it was kind of like a how much could I crochet in an hour type of video. And I ended up making one. But the more I looked at it, I was like, this thing looks like a cast. Like you break your arm and people sign your cast. And I was like, no. And so a few of you all agreed with me, and I really appreciated y'all's honest feedback. And so anyway, I ripped that out. And I went back to a pattern that I really liked, and it's this one. Of course, I have to weave in some ends. I think there's another one around here somewhere. But I love this. This is really nice. And it fits me like how I want to. It doesn't look like a cast. And I love that lace detail that's created by doing the V-stitch. And for you crocheters out there, the V-stitch is this. It's just double crochet, chain one, double crochet, all in the same stitch. And so it makes like a nice little V shape. So yeah, I really like it. And I can't wait to make the second one. And of course, I will update you all when I have made the second pair. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take this off. It feels really good on my hands. And I have to show you all one more project. Let's put you back. So the next project I wanted to update you all on is a knitted project. And it's living in this bag. This is one that I made as well. Sometimes I put like oh, what is that stuff called? Like interfacing in the bags. And sometimes I don't, because I like being able to just squish a bag into a bigger bag. You know how it is. You have one big project bag and then you have like 2 or 3 smaller project bags inside that big project bags. Yeah, let me know if you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, here it is. It is my muscle burrow hat. And the muscle burrow hat is designed by Yzoda Teague. It is a paid pattern, and pretty much in terms of yarn weight, it's made for just about all gauges. The pattern lists gauges between light fingering all the way up to DK weight, but it's really cool. It doesn't really follow any particular gauge, and I really, really like that. Okay, so let's talk about the yarn that I am using. And so this yarn was dyed by Misfit Yarn, and it is on her Zebra Sock base, which is a fingering weight yarn, and it is 100% superwash merino wool. And this is the colorway Violet Sky. Of course, you all know I love my purple, so I love this. So let me show you all my progress. Look. I have really been moving it along. I love it. It is fantastic. And so I only have about 4 inches left on this hat before I start doing the decreases. So that's going to be fun. Hopefully it's more fun than starting the hat. But I do like the way the crown looks. I really do like it. It's just I had to learn a few new techniques in order to make it. You know, you have that pinhole cast on, which is kind of like a magic ring in crochet. But I did, for the knitted version, I did the pinhole cast on. But here it is. This is awesome. And I'm making the adult medium. And so I am using, let's see. I have to look on here. I'm pretty sure it's the US 3. Yes, this is a US 3 3.25 millimeter knitting needle that I am using. And I can't wait to wear this. I'm going to miss it when it's done because this has been my purse project. Whenever I go out of town, whenever I'm in the car, whatever, this is my purse project. I was at the doctor's office the other day and I was working on this, and yeah, I love it. It's a really good project to have because basically once you get past that initial cast on, it's just stockinette in the round. Just lots and lots of stockinette. So it's really cool. And also I have my fix-it tool here, which is pretty much like a double-ended crochet hook, but it's great for knitters when we lose stitches because y'all, I drop stitches all the time. Like, it is absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. But that's why I have my little fix-it tool. Okay, so that is all that I have to share. I got an avalanche going on here. Hopefully it don't fall. But as I mentioned earlier, I did want to talk with you all about the Year of the Sweater Make-Along that I am hosting with Trish of Tie Dye Diva. And so our make-along started January 1st of 2024, and it will be ending December 31st, 2024. And so the January winners have already been chosen, so that's really good. They've already been notified, and that's awesome. Yeah. So if there's any change or anything like that, we'll definitely let you know through our YouTube channels. Trish is running the Ravelry portion. I'm running the Instagram portion. And if there's any updates or info about the winners or anything like that, we'll definitely let you know through that. And so, yeah. We're really excited. Like, I have been checking the Instagram thread, and the projects look amazing. But a little bit of admin with Instagram. So, I have realized that I can't see all of the people who are tagging Year of the Sweater Make Along. So just to make sure that I am including everyone, if you're going to submit something on Instagram, in your captions, I want you to use the hashtag Year of the Sweater MAL, but I also want you to tag me in your picture, in your post, just to make sure that I'm seeing it, because I feel like there's some projects I'm not seeing. There used to be a time on Instagram where if you just clicked on the hashtag, you could see everyone that used that hashtag, but now it's a little bit different. I don't really know what's going on. So just to be completely safe, definitely make sure that in addition to using that hashtag, make sure you just tag me at Queen's Yarn Boutique so I can see it. As far as I know, there's no issues on the Ravelry side. So Trish is doing a great job running that. And so you can enter either way, whatever is comfortable for you. But yeah, so of course we've already talked about the rules and the giveaway and all that stuff on our YouTube channels and Instagram and Ravelry. But just to sum it up, we're making sweaters all year long. You can, whatever craft you want to use, you can make sweaters. And yeah, we're just going to be doing it all year long. And it is going to be fantastic. And I'm going to make sure I link our videos in the description box below. So yay, let me know in the comments if you have made any of the projects that I talked about today, or if you want to make any of those projects. Of course, I will leave all the links in the description box below. So let me know what you all worked on today while watching, or did you just chill? It's a beautiful sunny day. It's a great day to chill or get outside or do something. We'll see. But yeah, let me know what you did while watching. I always love reading your comments. And thank you so much for clicking that like button. I really appreciate that about you all. I really do. And thank you all to all of you all who have subscribed. I appreciate you clicking that subscribe button. I really do. And yeah, that's about it. So, as I said, thank you all so much for watching. And until next time, bye.